Yeah, they're there, but.
That's my brain.
Yes,
I know you like blue.
yes, ma'am.
Does it have a special pin, like the other church did?
No, I just like blue.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, I like
The
blue.
Jacques had to have a certain point, it had to be 0.7.
Uh-huh.
And if it, yeah. It stressed me, I always made sure that we had plenty of.
Morning.
Chris,
All right, do we have everybody that's gonna be here?
well, Your Honor, on this, I just want to make a statement on this because this motion for removal of executor was filed on December 3rd of 2024, and I didn't receive notice of it till I got an email on Wednesday, January 29th, but that was at 11:25 p.m. I didn't receive notice of it till Thursday, January 30th. So I wasn't able to get all of my witnesses here, Your Honor. If you're going to hear this, I don't know if you hear it or we have to go up to a statutory probate court, to hear it.
Okay.
But if you're going to hear it, I can't hear it today because I've got 3 or 4 witnesses that were present during a lot of the time when these allegations were made, and also the one allegation that he did have was the inventory. And we just filed the inventory this morning, Your Honor.
Yeah,
And I've got it filed stamp showing it was submitted to the clerk or whatever.
okay. Mr. Is it Mr. Baldry?
Yes, Your Honor. If he needs a couple weeks to do this, I don't mind if we can keep it on Zoom. So just because my clients are in Colorado,
Okay.
do this.
What I'll do is I'll hear the facts of this case, and then I'll make my decision whether I need to send it to statutory probate or not. So we'll put this on next month's docket, if that's okay with you, both of y'all. We'll place this on next month's docket, and then I'll hear the evidence from there. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'm fine with that, Your Honor. Like I said, I needed time for witnesses, and Mr. Baldtree and I can probably discuss the case, between now and then too, to see what we can do to try to resolve any issues he has, with the state.
What's our date?
He's a fifth.
No, the date on next month.
Hey, Mr. Baldtree, can you hear me okay?
Okay.
How about would you mind scheduling tomorrow a phone conference with me right now when you're available?
I'll be available in the morning. We can do like 10 or 11.
Okay. I've got how about between 10 and 11, I'll give you a call. Is that okay?
What do you want to do with that? Hey, Mike, when we reschedule this, it's gonna be on March the 5th. If you'll just do it along with any other ones that you may have, that way, coincides, and we'll do the time on that, okay? When you call in with Becky, okay?
I will, Your Honor, but just letting you know, I mean, this hearing may have multiple witnesses, so it's not going to take 15 minutes. It may take several hours,
Well, that may be something that we need to get where we can,
I mean, what I'm getting at, Your Honor, all I'm saying is that I have no problem hearing this in March. But if we need a separate day for like a half a day for you schedule, because if you file probates all day, not to be, strapped for time or whatever. That's all I'm saying, Your Honor. It's up to you.
And I'll be available in the afternoon too.
okay. Well, let's look at maybe if we could do it at a later time in the morning. I may cut them off from my other probates till 10, and then we'll do like a 10 to 12. I think 2 hours should be enough, huh?
From our side, I think we'd only need, we can do ours in an hour for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I've only got probably 2 or 3 witnesses. I just have to. Just depends on how long the cross is. I can submit mine by then, but
Well, if something changes between now and then, we'll get together. I'll get together with both of y'all and give you a different date, okay? But other than that, let's look at 10 a.m. March 5th.
all right, I got that down. You want me to send a notice of hearing out for you to sign, Judge?
Yes, please.
All right, I'll email you, Mr. Baldry, and then I'll email you by tomorrow before we talk, so you can look at it, sign it. You and I both sign it, and then we'll have the judge sign it.
That's fine.
Okay.
Anything else, Mr. Baldry?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
All right. Well, thank y'all. I appreciate it.
All right, good. All right, hey, Judge, I've got 3 other hearings. Are you still rolling on time pretty good?
Yeah, I'm right at it right now anyway. So we're visiting here at 10 o'clock.
Okay, Judge. Well,
All right.
I'll be here waiting just whenever my time comes up.
Okay, appreciate it.
All right, thank you, Judge.
All right.
Like sticky,
Uh-huh.
I made a sticky, I'm gonna stick it on
Okay.
for her, she'll know.
Yeah, no, I'll put it on the docket.
What about,
I know the people are here, on the, I don't know. if-
On the Scott
I don't know
Stover?
if he's here.
is Scott Stover in the waiting room?
No, he's gonna be in person,
Okay.
cause he declined mine.
Okay.
I guess they changed their mind, because everybody wanted Zoom. When I
Well, Janice
scheduled
said
them.
just send it out to everybody.
Yes.
Yes, and
That's
then
the
his
best way to-
secretary called and said that he was coming in person. That's fine. I said, I just did what I was told.
Yeah, that's the best way to handle it.
I need to make a rule. And if you live within 30 miles, you gotta come.
I was.
Yeah, because they're taking advantage of it.
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, look at Rex. He's just right down here. He can walk over.
I know it.
Yeah.
That's what he.
I like to look people in the face.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It does make sense for the ones who are coming from Houston.
Yeah, oh,
And
yeah.
they're here for 5 minutes.
Well, like Brad, he's in Trinity County this morning.
Yeah.
So he's not gonna be able to get here.
But you can make
But his
exceptions.
people are gonna be here, right?
You can make exceptions for things
Right,
like that,
right.
though. Cause I asked Brad, I said, Brad, cause he was doing Zoom for a while.
Mhm.
And I asked Brad, I said, dude, would you just come on over? I think it's so
Yeah.
way
Yeah.
easier, you know?
Yeah.
And it's just as easy to get your people to go over there as it is to come here.
Exactly. It's.
I'll meet him in.
Okay, thank you. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, 'cause he's bringing over all the papers. He's got all the papers with him. Mr. Scott produced.
I'd be glad when I go, they do something about my throat.
I know, you sound horsey.
It's worse every day.
It's in the morning, it should be
Yes.
fresh. You know?
It don't, it's just, it gets worse. And I haven't had it, that's reflux in the last, probably 2 weeks. But what they're, when I do that upper GI, they're gonna try to see if there's any
Oh,
damage.
that's so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least you don't have to do prep for that one.
Yeah. Are they
I
gonna
have to do
fit
it
you in
once
for
a year.
Friday?
Huh?
Fit you in Friday?
They still haven't called yet, and I'm still waiting.
That irks me.
Well, they said that they'll probably get it done on Friday.
Yeah.
And they're trying to squeeze me in the schedule.
Where
because-
you going?
But
Oh, see, I go to Dr. Weed and Beaumont.
she called and told me it's kind of an emergency,
Yeah,
and I really need to get in there.
yeah, I do mine I have cirrhosis of the liver and they check for varices.
I go,
Here.
I know I go,
Don't drink, but have cirrhosis.
Yeah.
I know I go Thursday for I can go anytime Thursday for my ultrasound. We'll do ultrasound on my throat. Is that Scott Stover?
Yes.
Is that Mr. Stover? He's ready. You ready?
Yeah.
All right,
Bridge traffic took a little longer than.
Oh, I forgot about
it
that.
always does.
Oh, yeah.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
And there's no other way around unless you
Yeah,
go to Covenant.
literally.
Well, I thought I allowed an extra 15 that would. Not, but it wasn't.
All right. All right, my name is Milton Powers. I'm the Tyler County Judge sitting in probate matters today. We call case number PR 10124 and the estate of Nancy Narain. And how do you say Butts? Butts, okay. All right. And you're Miss Sherry Norman?
Yeah.
Can it, okay. Miss Sherry, could you please raise your right hand for me? You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God? Okay, is anyone else going to be speaking today?
No.
Okay. All right, so you may move forward with your case if you're ready this morning.
Thank you, Your Honor. I call as my witness, Ms. Sherry Norman Kennedy. Is your name Sherry Norman Kennedy?
Yes.
Okay. And you're a daughter of Nancy Noreen Butts, is that correct? There's actually 3 daughters, you, Teresa, and Constance, right? Your mother lived in Hillister, which is in Tyler County, Texas, until she died on August 22nd of 2024, is that correct?
Correct.
At that time, just for the court's knowledge, we were the guardian of Ms. Butt. She's had a long illness, and through this court, Sherry was appointed as the guardian. She's been acting as a guardian since 2019, I believe. And the probate of this estate is necessary to hand the guardianship assets to the estate so that we can then proceed with the liquidation of the assets and the distribution of the assets.
Okay.
So when your mother passed, again, she lived in Tyler County, which is why we're here, and she owned assets, specifically her house and the personal effects around her house. And because of that, there's a necessity to administer her estate and distribute those assets to the heirs, correct?
Correct.
She had a will. The will is dated December 10th of 2013. I provided the original to the court, and I have got a copy of it here for my reading. But first, I need you to see the one that the judge is holding and ask you if that is the original last will and testament of Nancy Noreen Butts. You have that?
Yes, sir.
document?
Yes, sir. You recognize this to be your mother's signature?
Yes, sir.
And so, during your life,
Or just judicial notice
thank you,
that
Your Honor.
she recognizes her mother's signature.
Thank you, Your Honor. So during your mother's life, you located this will and you safeguarded it, and then when she passed away, you presented it to me to get it probated, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, this will is interesting. It was prepared by an attorney, Bill Beggs. And the interesting part about it was, you know, they had it executed, but on the 1, 2, 3, 4th page
She didn't
was a
sign.
line for her to sign. But then on the 5th, 6th page, there was another line for her to sign. And she signed the self-proving affidavit with the witnesses. But for some reason, Mr. Begg's office did not have her sign the initial signature on it. Do you see that?
I do see that.
And Your Honor, to answer the questions the court may have, I did some legal research on that. And I have 2 cases for the court.
Yeah.
The 2 cases are Harper versus Meyer, which is a Galveston court out of 1965, and Jones versus Jones, which is a Houston court decision out of 2022. And it describes that the execution of the will is to determine the intent of the testators, and that Texas courts have been very lenient regarding the location and form of the signature on the will. The location of the signature on the will is of secondary importance as long as the will contains sufficient language that it is a will, and that obviously the testator, by executing the will, intended to mark that constitute an expression of testamentary intent. And so because of that, I don't believe that the lack of signature on the initial blank is important, because then later she did sign the will, asking to verify that the will was a self-proving will. I do have a copy of that law for the court in case you're interested, and I wanted to provide that to you so that you could have the confidence that we're not doing anything unusual in this situation.
I do remember this exact law being taught at probate school, so.
Right.
Yes.
So in this will, Ms. Kennett, you are named to act as the independent executor without bond in the event that her husband, Steve Butts, predeceased her. Is that
Yes,
correct?
that's correct.
And Steve Butts did predecease her. In fact, he passed away in 2018, I believe. see my chronology, November 2nd of 2018. Correct. And so you are the second in line and you're accepting that obligation to act as independent executor?
Yes.
Okay. And the will specifies that you are one of the three heirs of the estate. And so you have an interest in the estate and an incentive to get this probated for you and your sister, correct? After the will was executed, obviously, in 2013, your mother did not give birth to any other children and did not adopt any other children, correct? After the execution of the will in 2013, she did not get a divorce. Her husband, she remained married to her husband, and then he died subsequent to the execution, correct?
Yes.
And she did not remarry.
Yes.
And we reviewed the terms of the will, and there's no governmental agency or charitable organization named in the will. It goes all to the three daughters, correct? And then finally, I've discussed with you the types of things that could disqualify someone from being a executor, such as felony conviction and that type of thing. And you're not aware of anything that would disqualify you from being eligible to act as executor.
No, sir.
And that's further proven because you were her guardian. You couldn't have been her guardian if there was anything. Your Honor, at this time, we present to the court the will for probate. I have prepared a proof of death and other facts, which Sherry will execute in front of your courtroom deputy, reciting the same facts that we just stated. I prepared an order probating the will, and this order is prepared and ready for your execution. And this order specifically includes the right to sell the property of the estate with the consent of the other heirs to the property, because the will did grant her the power to sell. And then finally, I've prepared a oath of independent executor that she will sign, and then we can use these to get, we would like to have 10 letters testamentary.
Well, this time the court will accept this will into probate and make Ms. Sherry Norman Kenny the executor of the will.
Here's the order that I've prepared for your review. And then may I go ahead and have Ms. Kennedy sign this document? Here, if you sign those two documents.
You don't need to date it, I will, it's fine.
Guardianship is here.
Okay, so we're gonna have to close it.
And I've prepared the final reports and everything. And all I'm waiting for is this to occur so that we can hand off all that.
Okay.
I believe all that's been.
And you have the paperwork to close the guardianship.
And authorize the transfer of the assets to
Okay.
the state.
Trevor, do you need the letters now? I can
I
text,
prepared a
I can,
check for you.
okay, and I can text the office and get them to do letters now, if you need them right now.
Well, I was just gonna give them to Sherry because she, yes, please.
Are you
Because-
local or?
No, she's not
Okay.
local.
Let me text Dean while I'm on my phone.
And Your Honor, I do want to present to the court, I don't know if you require this or not, but I always show the death
Yes.
certificate to the court. And this is what we call a MERP certificate, that there's no Medicaid liens or anything on the estate. And so I always present those for review to the court. We've never done a probate together, so.
Yes. Now, normally, if you will, next time, and I would like a copy of this before, I need a copy. Normally, we put a copy in the file.
No, we take it out and destroy it.
Do they?
We can't leave it in the
Okay.
file.
All right.
It has so.
Because it becomes a
Well-
party, and then if someone wants to do an open. public
Okay,
record, it-
okay.
just-
Well, I know every time.
Yeah,
We-
but we do that, then when we get back to the office after the hearing, we record.
All right, that's good, we know. All right. Thank you.
All about privacy these days.
Yeah, okay, I just sent it over to Dean. So, you can step over there I shared with her the order was approved and she can take the check and get you to them.
I'll pay them there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you very much, and God bless you and your family.
It's great to meet you.
Yes, sir. Nice to meet you.
My wife has told me about you and Susan Silver. She's up here
Mhm.
frequently on her,
With the grant,
grant
Mhm.
administration.
yeah, I work with Susan and Leslie both, so
Yeah.
they're great.
Yeah. Thank y'all very much.
Yes, sir, God bless you all.
And, will y'all just email the copies of the order?
Yes.
Thank you.
And if she doesn't get my text, just tell her to text me and I can text her
Do you
back.
need a copy of this? Of the order?
I can email it to you.
They're gonna email it.
I'll email him the proof and the oaths too.
Thank you, sir.
Y'all have a great.
Thank
great
you.
afternoon.
I should have heard that, I was gonna email him.
I would not have known that. That was, Susan's husband.
Yeah, I wouldn't have either.
Mm,
Well, I just had to make sure they're closing my guardianship, because otherwise we get in trouble.
Yeah, okay, very close.
I mean, we can technically close it with the oath.
You know, man, it's almost.
Yes, Mr. Myra Gregory is in the way.
I never heard of her.
And then I still have an Emmett Byron that I don't know what. Who they go with.
Case number 10138. Got it right there.
Yep.
Do they have any orders in there?
Oh, yep. You want that? And
So when y'all get, see, I've always seen this, I didn't know that, when y'all get back, y'all destroy it. Okay.
Yeah. We have to destroy it because like I said, if they do a, what?
You need a water judge?
Yes, ma'am, please. I think we have some right next door.
because they do an open records act on that, like on this file, and that's over there.
Wade.
Then they can, yeah, so we pull it and destroy it.
Okay. Cause I've always seen it over there.
Yeah, it's there until you look at it, until we do the case, and then we, destroy it. I hope she is, she's supposed to.
Yeah.
Because we have to watch what correspondence we put on this side too.
Yeah.
Oh, I had somebody call this morning, I wasn't for sure. They're wanting to get a copy of a death certificate, but their mother did not live here.
No, we can't do it.
Okay, I didn't
Always
think
out
so.
in county.
I didn't think,
All the
I wanted to
time.
make sure
On the
that
death.
it changed.
Birth certificates, we can get it all over the state of Texas.
Yes.
But not death certificates only here. I can get it where you can, we can print out of the system to get death certificates, but I hope they don't do that.
Okay. I didn't think so. But you
Thank
never
you.
think.
I did, just
I
I
figured out.
come in there.
Thank you. Grab on table. Thank you.
I get caught now, then he says,
Hey, who rearranged it in there? I like it.
Stephanie and Michelle.
It looks.
They were on a cleaning spree the other day, Monday.
And they got after it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it
They
worked.
put the Christmas
I don't
up.
know if you got time, but I've got
Yeah.
stuff to be back to sign.
Okay.
No,
If you don't, we can do it later.
All right.
Janet had on there, so I was fixing stacks.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have any time we get through with this.
Yeah.
I have I guess I still have that wedding too.
You got a wedding?
Yeah, here on the courthouse square.
Oh, you're performing?
They wanted to be married by a judge, but I told them, no, I'm gonna sign off with the judge.
You thought I was pastor.
I'll sign off with the pastor, and the reason why is because of
Yeah,
the thing that happened.
oh, yeah.
Hey, you know, I don't have nothing against anyone, I just don't to do that. I feel me performing.
They don't even want to do the marriage license. So
Yeah.
literally, I have to do it. I said, I'll do it, it's just fine, but
Yeah,
it's our job.
I understand,
Like totally different.
but as a judge,
Yes,
it says that I may perform.
right.
I don't
Correct.
say, now if it said I'm shall, then I would have to
Yeah,
do. it.
yeah.
But it says I may perform.
Well, I see some of the JPs are now doing it.
Yeah. I think Tina's doing it and Judge Moore.
Judge Moore, I've seen some of his. Judge Haney is still doing them.
Yeah. I wouldn't think Judge Haney would have been a judge long enough to be able to keep.
Yeah, I think it's, yeah, she checked into it.
Did she? Usually nothing. Your boss. I asked her, are you going back to Austin on the 17th, 18th, and she just. And then I just was doing it, she gave me a thumbs up. And I wanted to know, 'cause
Is she going?
Leanne,
Uh-huh.
oh, I don't know, I know she has to go back tomorrow.
to Austin,
She has to go back to Austin tomorrow to speak with somebody, I think about the Treasurers Association.
yeah.
I think some of the ledge stuff.
She'll probably be there.
I was inviting her to come on 17th and the 18th to be sure she was there for Tyler County Day.
When is that? Is that this month or is that in?
This month,
Leaving
I thought
Sunday.
it was in March.
17th and 18th of this month.
We were thinking it was later.
Oh, maybe they're.
Yeah.
Well, I sent her an email. I sent everybody an email, like Monday.
Cause I remember you talking about it in court,
Mhm.
that it was coming up. And I don't know why I even had it in my head. I was like, it's either in March or May, something. I was like, there's a.
Well, we were gonna do one in May,
Uh-huh.
but the Texas Forestry Partnership has stepped in and they paid for all of our stuff to get it done. And they did Tyler County, Hardin County, and Jasper County at the same time.
Okay.
So we're all,
So that's.
but I've done talk to Mark and it's not even Mark, none of them told me go with Jasper or Hardin County, so I'm trying to get all the Tyler County elected officials and.
At least you get a
Oh,
representative.
Yeah. Out there, I can only go Monday because we have criminal court on Tuesday, so I have to come back late Monday night. So I'm leaving on Sunday and going Monday, Sunday night and Monday. But Trent's meeting us and you can tell her. And I'll tell her too, but
Yeah.
that would remind her, but Trent's meeting us at 2 o'clock on Monday at his office.
I know Dean's working on criminal too.
Yeah,
It's Kimberly's seminar.
is she gonna be in seminar still?
This,
Next-
no, they'll come back tomorrow.
Okay,
No, Janet's on seminar this week, but she's on vacation next week,
okay,
and that's why I'm working the 2 weeks.
2 week probate. Sure. Jay's her daddy, I can't think of her name. Not Amy, but the other newest one,
Claire,
Claire,
Jay, Kinnison.
yeah, Kinnison, Claire Kinnison.
Yeah,
How's she, is she adjusting?
Yeah.
I know because I, just with the younger generation, it's probably,
the attention span though.
Uh-huh.
She's not like us, that we can work 3 or 4
In things, yeah.
things at one time and still know where we're at. She's a one person, one job.
She's gonna do one, yeah. Let's make a name. I think she's very intelligent,
oh, she's.
like
very-
doesn't know what to do with it, like,
Yeah,
Todd and she reminds me of Eeyore. Like she's kind of monotone with her,
Mhm.
I said, she's super sweet, and I said, and so, when you have different personalities, like, hey, how are you doing, oh, talk with my hands, get excited, after like, simmer down, Susan. Like, don't scare her off, but I have visited with her a couple of, because sometimes I think when you come off like that.
Intimidating,
The
yeah.
process.
Yeah.
And I'm like, come on, speak a little faster.
Yeah.
I think she's super sweet.
yeah,
She is.
yeah. I love her granddad. I worked for him for 15 years.
Did you?
Huntley.
Jim Allison.
Oh, Jim, I'm sorry, I'm thinking.
Yeah, I worked.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's for him.
Is that one in there?
Yes.
All right, let's,
Ready to go?
yeah.
Did I give you the file? I gave you the
Yeah,
file.
ma'am. Hopefully they'll have all their people there with them.
There's nobody else in the waiting room. Except for,
Yeah,
Well, I think in her office.
We're here.
there we go.
What do you mean there's no one here?
All
I'm
right,
Myra Gregory. I'm the attorney.
okay, I'm Judge Powers.
Oh, there's your person.
There's our people.
Here's our people.
Okay,
I'm Priscilla Helen, my sister Pamela Starling's here.
okay, all right, well, my name's Milton Powers. I called case number PR dash 10138 and to Tyler County Probate Court. And all right. Both Miss Priscilla Hale
Yes,
and who else is there?
Pamela Starling, my.
Are both of them gonna
Hi.
be speaking
Yes.
today?
No, only Priscilla.
Okay,
Miss Sterling waived her right as being the executrix. She's just present for moral support and whatever.
Miss Priscilla, could you please raise your right hand for me? You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God. Okay. All right, Miss Gregory, you may begin your case if you're ready this morning.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Hale, you are here today to probate the estate of your sister, Patricia Lorraine Brummett. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. We have filed with the court the original last will and testament. I'm going to ask you if you recognize this copy as being a copy of the original will that was submitted to the court. Do you recognize this as being the handwriting of your sister?
Yeah.
Okay. And to your knowledge, this will was never amended or revoked. Is that correct? Yes, no, it was the answer is it was never changed. Thank you. Okay. Your sister resided in Tyler County at the time of her death.
Right.
Okay. And you had an opportunity to read the proof of death and other facts prior to coming to the court hearing today. And all of those statements are true and correct. Is that correct? Judge, in our county, we stopped with that, but do you want me to go through the application?
Yes, ma'am, I would like you, because there's some questions I like to ask with, to be sure that she's qualified to be executor.
Yes, sir. Okay. Ms. Hale, your sister died October 19th, 2024 in Woodville, Texas. Okay. That has been within the last 4 years. And so we're eligible to probate this as her will, be the executrix of the estate. You actually were named as a successor executrix, but your sister waived her right to be the executrix, and you are willing to step forward and do that. Correct. There were no children that were born or adopted by your sister after this will was executed. There was no, correct?
Yeah.
And there was no marriage after this will was executed.
Mhm.
There are no charitable organizations named as beneficiaries.
Mhm.
The only beneficiaries are you and your sister that's here today. And you are asking the court today to name you as the independent executrix of this estate. Is that correct?
On page 5 of the will, I didn't know, I couldn't hear you if you asked her, but could she identify that that's her sister's signature there?
Yeah, I did ask her and she did identify.
Okay, all right, so she identified that, the court takes judicial notice, and she identified her sister's signature, and we will move forward to put this case and move it into probate, this will. How many letters of testimony do you need?
5.
5, okay.
If a pen.
The court also makes today, Miss is it Priscilla L?
Yes, sir.
Will be our, executor, independent executor of this will. Do you have any questions or anything for me?
Your Honor, we have her proof of death. She is going to sign in my presence. I'm a notary, and
Okay.
we will notarize that. And you want me to e-file that back to you,
Yes.
or we
please.
can deliver it to you? Want me to e-file it?
You can e-file it to, the Tyler County Clerk's office.
Okay. And when will Ms. Hale be able to pick up the letters?
Is she local?
She is.
I can do them I'll have them ready after lunch.
Okay. Very good. Thank you.
All right. Is there
Go ahead and
anything else
sign.
you have for the court today?
Pardon?
Is there anything else you have for the court today?
There is nothing, Your Honor.
All right. Well, God bless y'all and
You too.
Miss Priscilla, God bless you and your family.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. All right. Bye-bye. She almost looks like Tootie, Abbott. Is who she reminds me of.
Oh, yeah, she does. She does. Okay.
I think those were just copies of the, yeah. Then she can e-file those, so we don't have to
Yeah.
shred them.
And Mike Reisinger's still in there? Let's kick him in and see if he's ready.
You got him in line.
Yeah. Ready.
3 of them, yes.
Yep. No one can do it like Lindsay could.
You're still gonna,
We could get 10 done in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
my first hearing is,
Brad's not bad. Brad does pretty good. Mike, he's not as handsome as Brad. Oh, there you are.
yeah, your mic's on.
I was just talking about, attorneys.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
I like dealing with, but, I said, you're not as handsome as Brad, but I like dealing with you.
Are y'all ready to go, Judge?
I'm ready when you are.
On this one, the other two are gonna be here in the office, but this one is that she should be signed on. Y'all had to bring her in it.
We don't have anybody else in the waiting room right now.
What's the last name, Mike?
Dooley, Dooley.
No.
No.
No, she's not there.
Okay, well, what I can do, let me call her and get her in there, and I've got another one here ready that we can start.
Hey, whoever.
Who is it, Mike?
Because I've got 3 of them back to back to back. So
Yeah.
Okay, who's the one you got ready?
Swarth out at 11. He came early.
Oh, he's there. Okay. 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay, she's ready to go.
Hey, come on back, Miss Martha. I got you going first since you're here, and my lady that's supposed to be right now is not online. I need you to call her and find out why she's not online ready to do it.
Judge's death certificates one time he said he ate himself to death is what he wrote on there.
Oh my God.
It was like in the 80s.
Hey, Judge, this is probate 10136.
Okay, that's where we're at.
Worth out.
All right, my name is Milton Powers. I'm Tyler County Judge sitting in probate matters. We call case number PR-10136. Mr. Eric Swarthout?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
That's very close.
Could you please raise your right hand for me? You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
All right. All right, Mr. Reisinger, you may begin with your case.
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Swarthout, would you state your name for the court, please?
Eric Wayne Swarthout.
And where do you reside this time?
411. I live in Orange.
Okay, Orange. You live in Orange, Texas, is that correct?
That's where my house is at.
Okay. And the last three digits of your social security number is 007. And the last three digits of your driver's license number is 095. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And we're here today on the estate of Doyle Vance Swarthout. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And what relation are you to Mr. Doyle Vance Swarthout?
I'm his son.
Okay. And he passed away on November 25th of 2024. Is that correct?
Yes.
And he was passed away in Silsbee. It says Silsbee, Tyler County. What?
Well, that's how
It's a Silsbee address, but it's Tyler County.
it's
within
right
Tyler County.
right at the edge. Yes, sir.
Okay. And he was 68 years of age. Is that correct?
Yes.
And his address is that 22219 FM 92 South, Silsbee, Tyler County, Texas.
Yes.
Is that correct? And that's where he passed away. That's where he resided. That was his domicile. So that's why this court has jurisdiction, correct?
Yes, sir.
And he owned property in excess of $5,000. Is that correct?
Yes.
And he left a will dated June 28th of 2024, which I'm going to show you that we've got filed into the record and see if you recognize. Do you recognize that to be his signature?
Yes, I do.
And do you recognize that next page to be his signature?
Yes.
Now, I'm going to show you the last two pages of the will that
Yes.
that is the signature that he identified, and then on the last page at the top is the signature there he identified.
Okay. Yes, the court takes judicial notice that Mr. Eric recognizes his father's signature.
Now, this will, to the best of your knowledge, has never been revoked. Is that correct? He's never said, tear that will up, it's not any good.
No.
Correct? There's not any changes or codicils made to this will, meaning, he didn't, after he made this will, he didn't make any changes to the best of your knowledge. Is that correct? And there's no other will dated after the date of this will. Is that correct? No. Okay. So this is the last known valid will of your father. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And this thing, the will, appointed you to serve as the executor. Is that correct?
Yes.
You're not disqualified from serving. You don't have any felony convictions or anything. Is that correct?
No.
Convictions of moral turpitude or nothing like that. Correct?
No.
And basically the will named you and, just family basically as the only beneficiaries under the will. Is that correct?
Name me 100%.
And there was nothing left to a state, government agency, or charitable organization. Is that correct? And you're here today asking the court to admit this will into probate, so you can, carry out the wishes of your dad's will. Is that correct?
Right.
And there's no children born or adopted to your father after the date of this will was made. Is that correct?
No.
There was no marriage of his ever dissolved after the will that was made. Is that correct? Okay. That's all I have.
Okay. Well, this time the court will accept this will into probate and have Mr. Eric Swarthout become the executor of this will. How many letters of testimony do you need at this time?
5 would be plenty.
I was told 15.
We'll start out with 5, and we may need to get, or I can get it 10 right now if you'd rather.
Let's do 10 then.
We'll do 10, Your Honor. That's okay. I know that's not my usual number. That's what Ms. Swarthout said he'd like to have.
Mr. Eric, on behalf of Tyler County, we say God bless you. You're in our prayers.
Thank you very much.
Yes,
I really do need them. Thank you.
All right, judges.
What about your other one? Is it here?
Yeah. Is Dooley signed on yet?
Is somebody in there? Yeah, they're signed on.
Okay, we can do that one next, Your Honor. And let me take Mr. Schwartz out here so we can sign some paperwork.
Okay.
Thank you.
Is it a Donald Ogden that's in it?
It just says iPad.
Oh, okay. So I'm assuming that's our. Donald Ogden.
Yes.
But honestly, no, so that's what he's got probate court going on.
All right, brother. I'll be free to go right now.
All of this. Let me ask you.
And anything, you don't put anything in there with what counts for things.
Okay, well, I'll get with him and then I'll.
Oh, let me get my file. Be with you here. Okay, Judge. I'm ready for Miss Dooley if y'all can pull her in.
And I think they're bringing her in now.
All right.
Mike, which case are we doing?
Do what?
Which case are we doing?
This is cause number 10140, Gerald Claude Dennis.
All right. Right. Miss Danetta? Judge,
The mute on.
Is it now?
yeah,
No,
I
you're good
can
now.
hear you now.
You're good.
All right, Miss Danetta?
Yes.
Okay. My name is Milton Powers. I'm the Tyler County Judge sitting in probate matters today on case number PR-10140. And if you could, please raise your right hand for me. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
All right. Mr. Russinger, you may begin your case.
All right, thank you, Judge. Miss Dooley, will you state your name for the court, please?
Danetta Dooley.
And we're here today on cause number 10140 in the estate of Gerald Claude Dennis. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you actually are coming through via Zoom, but you're actually residing in California. Is that correct?
Yes.
And because of that, we filed already on January 2nd, appointment of a resident agent, which I appointed myself as a resident agent. So anybody the estate wants to sue the estate, since you reside in California, that they can serve me the paperwork to handle the estate. Is that correct?
Yes.
And that you're asking for that to be approved. Is that correct?
Yes.
And the last three digits of your social security number, to the best of your knowledge, is 063.
Yes.
The last three digits of your driver's license number, to the best of your knowledge, is 011. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And Mr. Dennis passed away on December 4th of 2024. Is that correct?
Yes.
And he passed away at 347 County Road 4757, which is Warren, Tyler County, Texas. Is that correct?
Yes.
And he was 88 years of age. Is that correct?
Yes.
And his domicile, meaning his residence where he resided at the time when he passed, was there in Warren, Tyler County, Texas. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And that's the reason why this court has jurisdiction over this case. Is that correct?
Yes.
He owned property in excess of $5,000. So that necessitates administration of his estate. Is that correct?
Yes.
And he left a valid will dated August 5th of 2011, which was never revoked. Is that correct?
Yes.
And I'm going to show you, which we've got it filed in the court record, but I'm going to show you the signatures on the last couple of pages. It's going to be on page 6 and page 8. On page 6 of the will, I'm going to show you the signature of
Yes.
Mr. Dennis. Do you recognize that signature to be his signature?
Yes.
And then on page 8 of 8, I'm going to show you his other signature. And do you recognize that to be his signature?
Yes.
Okay.
The court takes judicial notice that Miss Dooley recognizes the signature of her father.
Thank you, Judge. Now, this will has never been revoked. Is that correct? No, he's never told you, hey, tear that thing up. It's not any good anymore, correct?
No, he's never told me that.
And that there's not even been changes or codifications made to this will after the date of the will. Is that correct?
No.
And there's not been any other wills, to your knowledge, dated or signed or executed valid wills after the date of this will. Is that correct?
No.
Okay. And you were appointed to serve as the executrix in the will. Is that correct?
Yes.
You're not disqualified from serving, meaning you don't have any felony convictions of moral turpitude or anything. Is that correct?
No, I don't have any.
And there was no children or child born to Mr. Dennis after the date of this will. Is that correct?
Correct.
There's no marriage that was ever dissolved after the day this will was made. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. And everything was left to family or friends in the will. There was nothing left to state or government agency or charitable organization. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And you're here today via Zoom asking the court to admit this will into probate, grant you letters of testamentary so you can carry out the wishes of the will. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. I forgot, I may ask you, what's your relationship to Mr. Dennis?
I'm his eldest daughter.
Okay. You're the eldest daughter.
Yes.
So you're the one that has to handle everything. Is that correct? Being the oldest.
Yep.
Okay.
He actually figured almost all of it out by himself beforehand, so it's good.
Okay, that's good. Well, that's all I have, Your Honor. Questions for Ms. Dooley?
Well, this court will recognize Miss Danita K. Dooley as the executor of the will, as her father wanted to have it that way. And we will accept this will into probate. How many letters of testimony do you need at this time?
Ms. Dooley, I normally like tell them we need 3 because we can 3 to 5 because we can always get as many as we need later. So
Correct. That sounds good. Maybe 5. There's 5 kids, so just in case.
okay. Well, we'll request 5, Your Honor.
Okay.
All right. Miss Dooley, on behalf of Tyler County, we just want to wish you our best wishes. God bless you and God bless your family.
Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
And Ms. Dooley, I will be emailing you some documents here in just a minute, which is an oath and proof that you'll need to sign, and it's got to be notarized, and just get it back to us because we got to present those to the court before he'll submit his orders to us.
Okay, no worries.
So I'll email those to you, and then we'll be calling you and talk. I'll call you and talk to you before lunch. After I get through my hearings.
Okay, that's great.
All right, thank you, Ms. Dooley. I'll
Thank
talk to you
you.
in a little bit. All right.
Thank you, Miss Dooley.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, Judge. The next one I have is let's see.
14142.
Yes, 10142. In the estate of Ann Rainey Parker.
Okay.
And he's here and I'm ready on it, Your Honor. If you want me to go and
I'm ready. We're ready when you are.
All right. Come on back.
That must be Brad's.
Mine's gonna be present.
Brad, so we can go on Zoom, or possibly.
He's supposed to. Might be doing things.
Okay,
You ready?
Gunner,
Y'all ready?
we're ready.
All right. My name is Milton Powers. I'm the Tyler County Judge sitting in probate matters today. I call case number PR-10142 in the estate of Ann Rainey Parker. And are you Mr. Donald Eugene Ogden?
Can you hear him okay?
Yeah, well, barely.
He said,
Are you Mr. Ogden?
Yeah.
yeah. You need to, you want to scoot a little bit closer? I don't know I don't know how to turn the volume up on this thing. Let me see.
Mr. Ogden?
Yeah, I got it the maxed out. Can you hear it okay?
Well, I got this hearing aid, but it's not very good. Let me turn it on. Let me get that up here.
You can put on the hearing aid right quick, Your Honor. and see
Okay.
if that'll help out.
I'm deaf in one ear. Okay.
Can you hear me now, Mr. Ogden?
That's you.
All right. My name is Milton Powers. I'm Tyler County Judge. And if you would, please raise your right hand. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Okay. Mr. Russick, you may begin with your case.
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Ogden, will you state your name for the court, please?
Donald Eugene Ogden.
And you're here today on cause number 10142 in the estate of Ann Rainey Parker. Is that correct?
Correct.
And what was your relation to Miss Ann Rainey Parker?
I was her son.
Okay. And you reside here in Woodville, Texas. Is that correct?
Correct.
And the last three digits of your social security number is 964. And the last three digits of your driver license number is 249. Is that correct? To the best of your knowledge.
Yes.
Okay. And Miss Parker passed away on December 27th of 2024. Is that correct?
Yes.
And she passed away here in Woodville, Tyler County, Texas. Is that correct?
Yes.
And she was at 92 years of age. Is that
Right.
correct? And her domicile, or where she resided at the time when she passed away, was here in Woodville, Tyler County, Texas. Is that correct?
Yes.
And the court has jurisdiction over this case, simply because not only she passed away here, but she resided, her domicile is here in Tyler County, correct?
Correct.
And she owned property in excess of $5,000 that necessitated administration of the estate. Is that correct?
Correct.
Now she left a will dated October 5th of 2022. Is that correct?
Correct.
I'm going to show you what we filed in the court record is the last will and testament of Ann Rainey Parker. And I'm going to show you on page 8 of 9. I'm going to show you that the signature of Miss Parker. Do you recognize that signature?
Yes.
And I'm going to show you what we found on page 8. Does he recognize that?
Yes.
Then on page 9, I'll just show you her signature. You recognize that to be her signature.
That's hers.
Okay. So, Your Honor, on page 9, you recognize
Yes.
that signature.
The court takes judicial notice that Mr. Ogden recognizes the signature of his mother.
Now this will that your mom made, she never made any changes or codicils to this will after the date of this will. Is that correct?
Correct.
And she never revoked this will saying, hey, tear it up, get rid of that, or anything. Is that correct?
No.
There was not there was not another will after the date of this will. Is that correct?
There's not.
Okay. So this is the most recent valid dated will to the best of your knowledge of your mother. Is that
That's
correct?
correct.
And she also named you to serve as the executor of her estate. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you're not disqualified from serving as executor. You don't have any felony convictions or conviction moral turpitude. Is that correct?
No.
Okay. Also, there wasn't any state or government agency, named as beneficiary in the will. It was just family members. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. You're here today asking the court to admit this will into probate, grant you letters of testamentary, and so you can carry out the wishes of the will. Is that correct?
Correct.
And after the date of this will, there was no children born or adopted to your mother. Is that correct?
Correct.
And after the date of this will, there was no marriages dissolved after the day this will was made. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, that's all I have.
Well, this court recognizes Mr. Donald Eugene Ogden to become the executor of the will of his mother's Anne Rainey Parker. And we will accept this will into probate today. How many letters of testimony do you need?
I usually do 3 to 5. What do you how many would you like to have?
Sir?
Oh, I usually do 3 to 5. How many would you like to have letters?
5, I guess.
We'll do 5, Your Honor.
Okay.
And he comes in the office enough, he can get more there.
Yeah. Yeah, Miss Roxanne's over here, and she said that you come in the office enough, you can get all you need.
All right.
Hadn't seen him today.
All right, Mr. Ogden, on behalf of Tyler County, we just want to let you know we're praying for you. God bless you and your family.
All right, thank you.
All right. Mr. Russick, you have anything else?
I do not, Your Honor. That takes care of all of my cases that I know of today at this time.
All right, thank you very much, and God bless you.
Thank you, Judge. Did you hear what he said? He basically said, God bless you.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Your Honor, one other thing, I'm filing on a totally different case. It was a administration that we've already done. And we're having to sell the piece of property, and we're trying to get it sold by next Friday. And I just need the authority from the court to sell the property. Everybody's in agreement with it. I just wanted to.
You have a piece of paper for me to review?
I will, Your Honor. I've got it filed today, so it'll be ready for review, tomorrow probably or something. So
I'll get with Roxanne. If you'll file that, I'll get with her sometime today, okay?
thank you, Judge.
All right, appreciate it.
All right. Maybe you excuse, Your Honor.
You may be excused. I'm gonna go to the good-looking attorney.
Well, I know there's not one there, Your Honor, better than this. I promise you.
All right.
All right. Bye.
You mean yes?
Yeah.
Oh no, we froze him. Oh, there you go.
We were in Dogwood the other day, and we was all thinking, and that's what I said.
Yeah.
Somebody said, these two always in your court. I said, yeah, they're always. I said, I like seeing Brad better, though. He's better looking.
Yeah. You know when Mike's in a restaurant.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
She may be over at Sandra. Well, it's at 11:15, so. You know that Kelly's dad, Mr. Powell?
Kelly.
You know Kelly Jones, Everett Powell?
Yeah.
They got him back in the hospital.
Well, Kelly told me that she thought he was getting out today.
No, she just sent a text, says not going home today, giving him another unit of blood and checking to see if his counts go up. The hospitalist is going to consult with his regular doctors today about medication. He's a sweet man.
Take this jacket off so somebody gets in here.
I don't think they'll even, I said, never mind.
Yeah.
That may not may
Yeah.
not work out to get a dresser.
No, that's why I put my jacket on. There you go. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That was Miss Jackie's roof back there.
Oh,
Is she here for something?
Hunting somebody in Mr. Badger's office.
Oh, okay. How are you today?
Felt like I was yesterday.
It was yesterday, huh?
Your feet hit the floor this morning, huh?
Yeah, but I didn't want to.
I know that.
I could slept a couple of more hours.
Yeah, just go home.
January, I hit a million.
All right. My name is Milton Powers. I'm the Tyler County Judge. Sitting in probate matters today. We call case number PR 10146. And are you Mr. Celestine?
Yes.
All right. Could you raise your right hand for me, please? Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God. All right. All right, Mr. Elrod, you may begin your case if you're ready this morning.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Celestine, we're here to probate the estate of your wife, Carol Lenny Celestine, is that correct?
Yeah, her name is Lenny Carroll.
Lenny Carroll, okay, I'm sorry.
The Carroll.
Okay, I'm sorry, I must have got that backwards. Or I guess actually on the will, it's backwards.
It's had
Okay.
put on that key.
Okay. Is it true that she died on or about September 20th of last year? Okay. At the time of her passing, she was a resident of Tyler County?
No.
Where was she living?
Galveston County.
Okay,
No. Hey, back when it was here.
okay. She had been in Galveston County, but she had moved to Tyler, correct? Okay. To the best of your knowledge, she did have a will when she passed away, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, and we have filed that will with the court. I'm gonna show you a copy of that will. First, do you recognize this to be a copy of her last will and testament?
Yes.
Okay. Then I'm gonna ask you if you recognize her signature here on this document as well.
Right.
Okay. And this will was signed on September 29th of 2023. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So about a year before she passed. After this will was created, do you know if she ever created a separate will?
No.
Okay. Do you believe she made any codicils or any amendments to this will that you're aware of?
No.
Okay. So for all intents and purposes, your belief is that this is her last will and testament.
Excuse me?
I said, so you believe this is her last will and testament in its entirety?
Yeah, I didn't know about it till just after he had passed.
Okay, all right. But you and her were married at the time the will was done, correct? Y'all never got divorced?
No.
Okay. Did she have any children born or adopted to her after this will? Okay. Now in the will, it names her children to serve as the executors. Is that correct?
Yes.
That they have signed waivers allowing you to serve in that position. Okay. And we have followed those with the court. Is there any reason that you're aware of that you can't serve as the executor?
No.
Okay. No court has ever said that you're mentally incompetent when you can't handle your own affairs. Okay, you've never been convicted of a felony or a crime involving lying, cheating, stealing, anything like that? Okay. Do you agree that there is a need to probate her? There's a need for probate her estate, is that correct? Okay. And they're asking the court to admit the will and issue letters of testamentary to you so you can deal on behalf of her estate. Judge, I believe that's all we have.
Okay. My only thing is with the name, I just want it to be on record that we know that the first name and the middle name are switched there. I just want to be on record.
Okay.
And I'm sure the children know that too, because I'm sure they reviewed this and everything with the will and testament. I don't think there's any problems that was any problems there of any kind. But if I look and see something, I may come back with you and see. And if you would kind of I don't think there would be a problem with it.
I don't think there's gonna be a problem. I mean, her children, you know, are the beneficiaries under the will,
Yeah,
you know.
and it's not gonna change anything,
So,
with the name backwards there.
yeah, and ultimately she signed the will. So,
Yes, she did. And she signed it the way it was on there too.
yeah,
I mean, she signed it Carol and maybe Celestine, so. That's okay. And we'll move forward with that. We will, move this,
Her driver's license.
was your driver's license, how she did? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
Well, if there's any problem, we can always amend it and.
yeah, we can always amend it later or
Okay.
something.
We
But we will
got the
accept
proof
this.
and
We'll in the probate.
sign right here.
these are two things for you to sign. The first, this one is where you're taking your oath that you'll do. You'll serve and pastor as the executor and perform all your duties. Of course, you'll have our help with that. And this is just, basically a summary of what we just talked about in front of the judge. And you'll sign that one as well.
The court also recognizes Mr. Celestine as the executor of the will, being filed with the waivers of the children.
Thank you.
Mr. Celestine, on behalf of Tyler County, God bless you. God bless your family.
Excuse me?
God bless your family.
Thank
Yes, sir.
They've already got these for you, so
Okay.
those are what you need, you know, as you're dealing with different things. If anybody asks for that, they may need a copy of that, they may even ask for an original. But if you need more of those, let me know, and we're gonna get in touch with you, let you know what the next steps are. Okay?